Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from 5 and 20 Spirits. This is their rye whiskey finished in port wine barrels, coming in at a 49.5% ABV, at least 18 months old. Now, for full disclosure, this bottle was sent over for us to take a look at and a review, so just keeping that transparency open. When it comes to 5 and 20 Spirits, they're actually based out of New York, and to be honest, it's a great example of what makes craft spirits craft spirits. First of all, everything's being aged, distilled in-house. They're using New York grains for everything. They're transparent about their process, and I just love seeing that. On top of it, they're using a pot still, and I'm a huge advocate for pot stilled products because they just are phenomenal. Now, when it comes to their rye whiskey, they're actually using 80% New York malt and 20% New York barley, aging at for about 18 months in New American oak, and then they're taking their own American port wine barrels from the Maza vineyards, that's right, their own vineyards, dumping that, and within 24 hours, filling it up with their rye whiskey. And they're letting it age in that extra barrel for 2.5 years. Super long time for finishing. Phenomenal that they actually tell us the details of not only using their in-house made wine, but their aging time in those barrels. Again, I love seeing it because it tells me you're proud about your process, as you should be. And especially because they're using their in-house barrelings, they're able to kind of keep that flavor profile exactly what they're looking for each time. And again, I've been a big fan of what they've been releasing. So far, their sherry cask is already on my 2024 list of this year for being top ryes. Like, it is the most phenomenal thing at the year. So the question is, can they knock it out twice? Let's find out in this bottle. I always love pointing out, I love these bottle shapes. They're kind of tall and skinny, showcase the spirit beautifully in there. Gorgeous looking. But as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in individual reviews over anything from 5 and 20 Spirits, those links will be up above and down below, along with a link to their website, so you can check them out for yourself, hunt yourself down a bottle, find out more about them, all that kind of good stuff. Oh, that color already. I mean, don't get me wrong, I knew the color in the bottle, but that is rich and dark. That is gorgeous in there. Wow. Like, that is almost dark red. Alrighty, let's go for notes. Ooh, that is a creamy and deep and rich, like dark plum and almost a creamed sherry. Like, it's got a vanilla creaminess to things, and yet it's got this dark, rich berry note. Like homemade blueberry jam with raspberries and blackberries. Oh, a little bit of sweetness in there as well, a little pinch of sugar. Super dark and oily as well. However, the thing I love about their finishing process is that their spirit itself gets its time to shine. You get that nice rye profile in here. A little spicy, it's a little herbal. Got a nice waxiness in there from the barley. Bit of charriness from the casks. Nice little pinch of brown sugar and a little bit of caramel in there. However, the dark, rich profile of that port cask, it is gorgeous on the nose. It's rich, it's velvety, it's creamy, and the deep undertones of the fruity layers going on just knock it out of the park. No ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. Just a gorgeous rye whiskey, nice spices, and that fruit undertones from that port cask. Let's go for a taste. Wow, that is impactful. Super rich and dark on the palate. dark fruits, fig, plums, blackberry. However, the spiciness from the rye lifts it up, bringing across a bit of herbal, little floral spice in there. Clings to the palate like a trooper. Wow, it coats gorgeously. And that's part of using a pot still, tend to have better cling to them. There's a nice oiliness to it as well. Pepperiness, grilled, like almost, it teeters close to being grilled fruits on that. Oh man, beautiful on that sip. Wow. Okay. I'm kind of taken back. I was expecting for an amazing ride, and it equaled that easily. The waxiness from the barley is coming through, bringing a little bit of almost like a shaved milk chocolate on top. The spice layers are gorgeous. A little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of clove in there as well. I love the charriness from the cask. Brings across a little bit of vanilla and just a little bit of wood sugars going on. The port cask does not overtake the rye, and it's appreciated because their rye, in my opinion, is probably one of the better rye whiskeys on the market coming from a craft distillery. Just because of the profile they're able to get across with an 80-20 build. It's not super herbal, medicinal, and dilly like Indiana rye. It's soft and sweet with very little nuances in there from the spice layers. That's an after dinner drink. Like if you wanted something a little sweet, but not super sweet, this is it. The more I let it rest on the palate, I'm getting that richer milk chocolate notes going on, teetering close to almost coffee-like. And the deep, rich fruitiness is in there, a little nuttiness from that as well. This is like if you had sliced fruits and a little bit dusting of milk chocolate over the top. Like you took a very nice chocolate bar and you kind of just grated it over the top just to add a little milk chocolate sweetness to things. It's approachable. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. Even for 2.5 years on its finishing, it is by far a gorgeously done sip. Bravo on this one. Definitely their rye finishing jobs, phenomenal. Oh man. That one's going to be on some lists for me. That is good. Speaking of lists, let's talk about a grade for this one. So typical pricing on this for their finishing series tend to be in that $65 range, somewhere in that price point. And for a craft distillery, being transparent in the process, using an 80-20 build from New York grains, using their in-house made American port wine casks, this is as craft as you can get besides them growing their own grains. Phenomenal. It gets a solid B+ in my book. There's very little I can argue with on this sip. It's rich, it's velvety, it's soft, yet that rye spiciness comes through and helps lift things up to be a stronger profile. Beautiful proof point, and overall, that is a sip to be reckoned with. Bravo on it. And again, if you're interested in learning more about 5 and 20 Spirits, a link to their website will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, there you have it, folks. 5 and 20 Spirits, rye whiskey finished in port wine casks. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, I even like it might not.